So, what do we have over here? Oh, finally the French. Now, a little bit of a context. When I was young and I played this game, I always played the French. They have the tanky villagers. I love their musketeers. So, playing with the French here is going to be a pretty happy moment for me. Alright, so Fort Duquesne or something like that. We jump quite a lot in front in time, 1754. Apparently, we are following a chronological order. So, we're actually getting closer to the end. Maybe there is one more. I'm not sure if this is going to be scrollable or not, or there's just going to be one more left in here, but from 1586 we jumped to 1754, and basically the game ends around 1840s-ish. A little bit unclear, depends on the civilization. So we're with the French. Claude Pierre Picardy de Contré. Is that double C and E and it just doesn't fit? Or is that trying to be an O and an E? Or what? Claude Pierre Picardy de Contré, I guess? If that's a double C. Or the double C as a ch is actually weird because that's more like Italians. Enemies Britons. At the beginning of the French and Indian War, the French had set their sights on an important British border fort near present-day Pittsburgh. Their goal was to seize it. Time was short, however, as the shrewd British commander George Washington would likely send his forces to retake the site once he heard of its fall. Hello? We're gonna fight against George Washington himself. Are these unlocked? Each of the missions unlock if you complete the previous one. But I have to say, so far they're not super challenging, even to my kind of underwhelming gameplay skills. So, let's see. We should have an intro, but I have to pay attention. Last time I actually was AFK during an intro, we pretty much got destroyed. Is KOTD tomorrow? Yes, that is correct.
The British control the River Fork with this little fort that they call Fort Prince George. When we conquer it, we will be able to protect New France from these encroaching British colonials.
Special credit to the devs for actually adding a French accent to the French commander. What do we have? We have veteran skirms. We have the cuirassiers. They changed a tiny bit, and I'm not a big fan of this new graphics. They got a little bit of a tail here to their helmet, I believe. This wasn't there before, and it's easy to confuse them with dragoons. Dragoons had that tail on their helmet, if I'm not mistaken. I might be totally wrong, and probably AoE experts, or AoE3 experts know that better, but I think I'm right. I have to say, this guy is looking pretty badass. He's like a pikeman type general. He's got one ability, Elan. Greatly increases the attack of your units for a short period for decisive charge. So I think this is actually an area effect ability. Yeah, they are more historically accurate, that's true, but being able to distinguish units is actually an important thing. And we have some... Ooh, the scouts. So, let's look around. You can actually go stealth with these guys. So, we are going to take a look at the place with our native scouts. I guess we'll have to kind of play guerrilla warfare here, even though we have a few cannons and some cuirassiers. That's not the way to use your scouts, in case you have been wondering, but that's actually a native settlement. So I assume that we could get some friends over there, and I only saw musketeers and a probably the worst possible use of scouts that we have seen. Okay. Okay, we're good. Cannon's range is a little bit short. I don't think it is. It's actually pretty big. Cannons have 26 range, skirmishers have 20, and musketeers have something like 18 or so. So I don't think their range is actually short. Okay, let's see who is living here. Some Iroquois. The native civilizations were renamed. Now they are called Haudenosaunee. But yeah, these are the Iroquois from the original game. Let's try this ability. And now we are inspired, so I think we just got a bunch of extra HP because of that. So once it runs down, we should lose some of our HP. Didn't we lose that? Okay, so HP doesn't change, or it only affects very close units. Attack might change, or it might just affect this unit itself. Okay, so I can only take the French or the Indians or natives over here later, or what? No, there is more, guys. I think I shouldn't have come here first. And I have a feeling that I shouldn't have actually started with this place. But I'm just in a need of friends, you know. That's all. So, currently my best chance to get friends is to walk into green villages. But we might just march into the fort from this side and surprise them that way. What was the time for this mission? 1754, right? So this is before the War of Independence. In fact, that's actually pretty early. Okay, so I'm pretty much cleaned this one up. No, there is one more tower. Okay, I think that's all I need to deal with. Yeah, I think so, that I need to kill the red units. I just didn't see any more red units, but there is one more tower that I need to deal with. It's nice to have my cannons outrange that outpost, so I can just take it down fast. Back when I was young, I even had a friend who had AoE3 before I had, so in weekends I always went to him and we played AoE3 together. I could actually get some shipments in, but I don't have any base, so I guess I will have to just stack those up, and this still didn't give me anything, so it might be a trigger that only activates once I capture the initial fortress. So, let's say hi to the Britons over there. Okay, there's a tower. We're just gonna set these guys up. That's a lot of musketeers. Can you just crawl forward, please? Yeah, there's only one guy handling that cannon, apparently. And the cannon still takes like 4 or 5 population space, despite the fact that it's one man handling it. I know, it's just a funny thing. Okay. Knock through the walls. These guys aren't really bothered by the fact that they are being shot by cannons. Okay, so let's assume that I will be able to capture these buildings and try not to destroy them unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay. Where are you guys? Oh, some hussars. Not happy about hussars beating up my skirmishers, but it's only 2 hussars. I'm gonna get my attack boost for this fight. Hero is dead. Well, yeah, they're dying. Oh, there's more musketeers. In fact, there's a lot of musketeers here. Poor guy. I can't even destroy these buildings. I probably just have to deal with the army here. I don't want to use up my cavalry just yet because they're just gonna die to the musketeers. And there is apparently a few Highlanders. Hello. Let's block that. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, I thought that I should be in clear advantage. So far, I have to say it doesn't really take a good micro to win these fights because he just had pure musketeers against my pure skirm army, and I also had some cannons. Okay, there's one more tower I need to deal with. I think there's also a tower over here, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a tower over there as well. So again, it's tower hunting duty. I'm just gonna scout those. Yeah, here it is. And there's that one. There's a random Highlander killing my hero. I can't even get the command post. Oh, so I didn't need to kill the towers. Okay, so
the British forces are too many to be defeated without the help of allies. Our scouts report that the British oppress 3 local native settlements. If we drive out the occupiers, the natives will surely join us.
This is not on max graphics.
Says that no man can claim ownership of the lands granted by the Creator. He says that he will resist the British because they are hungry for the land that belongs to the wolf and the turtle.
So yeah, as we kind of figured out, we'll have to defend this fortress, and we need to liberate these guys. I actually did some work in advance, so we already got one of those. Now, let's see, time left to defend the fort. So I guess I'll have to survive wave after wave of bad guys coming for me. Okay, we have an arsenal. And we also have a stable. Okay, so apparently green is marching to help these guys. I think I'm gonna send my cannons to help out over there. And you guys need some resources to work with. So I'm gonna send these guys and the cannon to help this way. Actually, no. I'm gonna move this way, try to liberate these guys, and have green act as a meat shield, and just try to go this way. So those are my couriers. Get some eco upgrades in. Where are you guys? Increases Explorer hero hit points could be useful because this guy is pretty fragile, to be honest. Those guys are tough. Okay, grab that. Oh, I have 6 shipments, by the way. Hello, get the upgrades. And we're good to go. Take those down. That's actually a big fortress over there, I have to say. And we also need some more houses. Oh boy. What about no? I have some tomahawks and some forest plotters. Forest plotters should counter the musks, but they actually outnumber us pretty badly here. I will try my best to deal with these guys over here at the crossing for now. And the next question, can I build a dock? I cannot. How lame that is. I want to have ships guarding this choke point. In the press release, do you have access to everything? I think yes. So, trying to liberate these boys over here. In the meanwhile, get some skirmishers. Hello. Okay. Take that tower down. And, oh, how did those walls go down that fast? Oh, they went down that fast because I already damaged them before. Wonderful. So I damaged the walls before, and they are going down pretty rapidly now. That's nice to know. And also bad guys are coming for green. Okay, this is getting harder and harder. And... okay, they're gonna leave us alone over there. Okay, let's hope that they don't have a lot of stuff over here. And I can just liberate these guys easily. So they're gonna help a tiny bit.
Boats to land soldiers behind our fort. Vite, push them back into the river.
Okay. We should be good to go. Secondary objective is the green guys. What? What? How lame is that? Landing units within my base. Okay. Let's liberate these guys and then, you know... we don't really seem to have a lot of resources. But don't worry, the skirmishers are coming in. That seems like a lot of cavalry, by the way. Like a lot of cavalry. Oh boy. Oh, this is very close, to be honest. Yeah, green guys are pretty much dying. But we have some more. So we can actually take that. Okay. I need to liberate these guys. And then I think we're fine. It looks scary, but it isn't. Okay, now it's looking scary. Okay, let's bring these guys back real fast.
Just as day and night cannot live together, they cannot live.
Some grenadiers. Protect the Shawnee as well. Okay. Come in here. Eject the villagers. Get some food or something. Okay. Situation isn't looking amazing. I'm gonna send my muskets over here, or my skirms over there to clean that one up. Don't worry, we're still doing alright. Famous last words, I know. I can get some more couriers in. I'm gonna get the cuirassiers first, though. I need some more army, like real fast. Okay, deal with those guys. You guys, deal with them. Okay, I think we're set good. I just lost one of my cannons to that cavalry unit. Okay, that's good. This is cleaned up. I have an i5 CPU, so it's actually an old i5, like second generation or so, and it runs it pretty nicely, at least in 1v1, so... I don't think it requires that much system power, to be honest. Okay, now the next wave is coming from that direction. Let's try to prepare for them. Are they going for the orange? Apparently not. So the third thing to do is deal with these guys over here in that fortress. I still don't have any food income on these guys. So, far from ideal. And that cannon is also pretty weak. Can I use a villager to repair? Apparently not. Okay, here they come. Okay. You guys are at the wrong spot. This actually is a pretty challenging mission, I gotta admit. This is super tough. I can use a priest to heal a cannon as well. Okay, I will need a monastery then. Okay, I need some more villagers on food. And now I can start adding villagers to food.
The chief says that the losses of his men are too great.
Okay, they are dead.
Brothers and sons are needed for harvest. And his people will wither as flowers cut from the earth mother.
Falconhead, please don't die. My cannon is dead. So, apparently we lost green. Acceptable losses, let's say that for now. Okay. We need some more musketeers, because I'm pretty sure that if I just go musketeers, they will just have, like, Highlanders, which are better musketeers, so, like, my musketeer skirm should be better than his force. Okay, we're good with that. What is this? 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes of this thing. Bro. This is super hard. Like, this legit is challenging. The previous ones were like, okay, even myself as a potato can beat those. But this one is actually pretty damn tough. It definitely doesn't help that I destroyed the walls at the beginning. Okay. Hero, get the attack boost. That's a lot of Grenadiers though. What is this? What am I missing? I'm missing gold. Okay. Look at this. There's even push over here. This might be one of those missions where you just have to sacrifice your friends. Because, like, I tried to save green, but he pretty much just died ASAP anyways. And it's not like he contributed much, to be honest. In fact, he didn't really contribute anything. Same thing for orange here. That's a bunch of Grenadiers, though, that should not really be a big deal to deal with. I hope so. These guys just stopped moving. And they also stopped attacking for whatever reason. Okay, we have a bunch of food over there. Pick that up. The horsemen are just keep stopping. I just wanted one big blob of cavalry before I engage those Grenadiers. Okay, now it's time. Let's try to take this one. Now they are sending their main force? Can I just ask what this was if this wasn't the main force? Because it definitely felt like a main force to me. I mean, Grenadiers beating us with that flood. Hello? Hello? This escalated pretty quickly over here. No way. I don't know where I messed it up, honestly. There's a lot of things happening here. Yeah, we're so dead. I mean, we have nothing. We have barely got anything here. And the villagers are getting slaughtered. I don't think that it actually is worth saving green. It didn't help me at all, but I lost a bunch of units. So, yeah, probably that was the problem. I shouldn't have gone to try and save green.
Do not let them destroy our town.
This one is pretty damn tough, honestly. I don't think we can hold this one for 6 more minutes. There's no way. Yeah. We're dead. Shoot! Okay, so what went wrong? I split up my forces too much and they just broke into my base. Like, it definitely feels like a legit idea to try and save green first. Do you know what I should do? What I could do is save the 3 native tribes before we actually take the fortress, because the unit flood of the British starts when we have actually taken the fortress. So what we could do is liberate those villages, because that way we will get the military immediately. And, well, not immediately, but right after we take the fortress. We shouldn't have any big trouble dealing with at least the green.
The British control the river Foch with this little fort that they call
And then
Fort
basically
Prince George. When we conquer it, we will be able to protect New France from these
the
encroaching
second step
colonials.
should be to, like, once you have liberated the 3 villages, the second step should be to take the fortress. So, otherwise I don't know how to do it, to be honest, because that was like way too many units to deal with. And yeah, apparently I split my attention in between the 3 places, and that's not great. But we barely lost any units in the initial fights, and we still got pretty much steamrolled. I'm gonna use this boost here, let's see what it's actually worth. Okay. That's good for 1. The other thing I will need is that I think I brought in the upgrades first. And only went for the... what are you guys doing? You're just randomly running around. So the other thing I could do is bring in the military first. I actually underestimated the strengths of their early attacks. This map, by the way, reminds me a tiny bit to the Battle of Sekigahara mission from the Japanese campaign. Because there, what you had is escort villagers and also defend the fortress. So pretty much the same thing. There is a fort defense mission, and alongside that there is actually a do something outside of the fortress type of a mission. I'm not really going to use these scouts just yet. What are those? Blueberries with 80 food. Okay. Okay. Maybe make another town center. Not sure if that's actually worth it, because that's super expensive. I could check if there's a covered wagon available for shipping. Because if there is, then we can just bring that in. And make a new TC indeed. That could be helpful. But yeah, you need a very, very good mixture of units here, because apparently they had a bunch of grenadiers and stuff. By the way, if I don't trigger those grenadiers, they would just stand there in front of my base, but not really fight. So I could have delayed this one a tiny bit, but I didn't want to do that. Anyways, now that we know that there is multiple allies, we're gonna go for those. Okay, dead. And if I'm not mistaken, green is liberated. So once we take the fortress, green should be on our side. It takes 2 minutes. Okay, that's actually a very, very good stat, Jailed. Thanks a lot for that. 2 minutes for a villager to pay for its price. So that pretty much means that if I start making villagers at the beginning, those will not really be super useful. But I don't have a lot of resources to play around with, so it's not like I'm just gonna avoid keep making villagers. Although, honestly, we could just do something like, okay, we are gonna get the villager shipments in, because I could get 7 villagers from shipments or couriers. I also went for a bunch of eco upgrades, something I could avoid technically and just focus more on military. But yeah, the trick here that I'm gonna try to use now is to use my hero to tank up fire and also try and take the native tribes before we take the fortress. Because that should mean that we will immediately get the help from all of them. I should protect all, but I'm not sure if that's actually possible. Like, you might be able to protect 1 or 2, but I think it's actually better to just group up your units and try to defend the fortress. I will probably try to save at least one of them, though. Would be nice to do this with 4 secondary missions, but I'm a little bit of a potato player, so that might not be possible. What is that? A bear? I don't need a bear. I think they have some cavalry over here. Yes, they do. So I will just use my cuirassiers to try and deal with the cavalry. Hello? Cavalry? Someone is subbing. I'm gonna take a look at that in a second. As we will deal with the hussars. Okay, I saved the weak cuirassier as well. We got Nick Logie with the 3 months of resub. Thank you so much. What's up, Lita? What's the first impression of AoE3 like? It's actually great. But I might be a little bit biased because I love AoE3 as it is. But I think it's a very, very good definitive addition here. So far, never really had any performance issues. Actually, there was a bit of a lagging in the camp on these missions, but I really like these historical missions. I'm curious about the campaign, so I will probably play the campaign at some time in the near future as well. And if I'm not mistaken, we are done with this. I wonder if I can get to this part of the map where the 3rd tribe is. Have you played any ranked yet? Nope, I haven't played ranked, but I'm not even really good at multiplayer, because you need build orders for that. And without build orders, okay, that's not the place we're going for. Right? We could try taking this, but I'm a little bit scared if this is their main base or not. It might not be their main base, but we're gonna give it a shot. You guys are... What are you guys doing? I guess we're soon gonna find out if there is any cavalry inside. Oh, they have a falconet! Oh, bad. That's very, very bad. That was bad. I'm just curious what's in here, to be honest. But there seems to be a lot in here. That's so bad. I also need to reposition this cannon so it's outside the range of the towers. I don't expect that cannon to be there. That hurts so bad. So the question is if I need to walk all the way around like this to get to purple, or I can actually move through here. That's why I'm trying this. So let's hope that this fortress leads to purple, because that way we could save a lot of walking. I'm not a fan of losing one cannon here though. It's going to slow down my progress at destroying towers, that's why, basically. Okay, one is down. Take down the other one. This tax is actually pretty annoying here. Okay. Can you save game? Yes, I can. Of course I can. I think so, at least. Now, I lost all my cavalry, which is not ideal. But, yeah, there is a save option. When you get your main base, perhaps see if you can build an arsenal and counter infantry. I had the arsenal upgrade with the skirm for the skirms. I actually did that already. Oh, there's another cannon. That's actually pretty bad. I am not sure if I should be going this way, to be honest. Is that a culverin? That's a culverin, actually. Even worse. I think this might be a very bad... Yeah, this was a pretty poor attempt. I was hoping I can actually, like... Yeah, this is definitely not the way to go. We've learned this the hard way. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. So now we're just gonna speedrun the first few moments, because now I know what to do. So we take green, we take orange, and then we go the other way around. Because I think we just encountered the British main base. Like, if I had to criticize something in these historical campaigns, the difficulty increased pretty fast. So, like, the previous mission was pretty easy still, even on hard. This one is actually extremely challenging. The problem is that they will attack from multiple angles. Hey Evangelos, welcome as well. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this game. I like that there is a bit of a challenge. And now I am very stubborn and I will actually do this here on stream. I might need to exploit the triggers a tiny bit here by taking this, and this first before taking the fortress. And then I will just be like a bad ally and leave my teammates to die, because I don't think I have the capabilities to defend all of them. I just split the attention of my units too badly. What if we don't do that? Bring our guys back. I'm trying to out-micro them, but as you can see, I'm not actually good with my micro. I need to make sure they don't kill my cannons, though. Okay. So, first things first, tower is dead. Next is... There's one more group of musketeers at that entrance. Cannon can push up and take the tower down. I'm gonna try to out-micro them as much as possible. Limit the HP lost. Okay. That was pretty much a flawless fight for me. I don't think I lost any HP. Oh, actually I did, because like the final musketeer damaged one of my skirms, but that was good enough for me. Okay, so green village is going to be taken. Orange is a little bit harder, because there is some hussars over there, and you need to use your cuirassiers to take them down. And I have no idea about Purple Village. Because there's a big fort over here as well that I have to get through to get to Purple Village. Alright. One thing I didn't like about Green when we played this in the first attempt is that Green sent all his units. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. So Green sent all of his units and suicided the fortress there. And that was pretty bad, I would say. So, because of that, Green wasn't really useful. Maybe if I clean this one up at the beginning, then Green is going to be a little bit more useful and not waste his units charging into a fortress when I have cannon available to help out. The other thing that surprised me, by the way, was the Musketeer landing. That was a nice move from the devs, making the game a little bit harder for me. Okay, next is Orange base. And then we're gonna come all the way back here and take down Purple. Hey, Vivid Lipain, welcome as well. I'm actually doing good, including in the game as well. Better saving, yeah, I'll probably do a save. Like, I could probably do this without saving, because it's not like I really need it, but yeah, true, I could save once, so we save some time. That's actually a very, very good point. Just to make sure I don't screw everything up with one bad decision. Because maybe this final Purple base is like heavily fortified, and then I just can't push that right now without additional units. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're good. We are good. Yeah, this one looks easy. Once we capture this fortress, that's when we're just gonna get absolutely wrecked. That blob of grenadiers was actually pretty scary. The other thing I will try to do is maybe not damage these walls this badly, because one thing I didn't pay attention for was that. And I think if I damage the walls a little bit less, then I'm gonna have a better chance at surviving as well. Let's see if I can get some shots out from this hill on top of the cavalry they have. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. I will try to exploit their weaknesses in pathfinding, unless the cannons actually start suiciding themselves, but yeah. We can call this a good ambush. I'm not gonna be an AoE 3D pro, my APM is super slow. Okay. But, like, it's funny because I think if I had to select which game to play more, I would probably select AoE 3 over AoE 2, despite the fact I'm an AoE 2 caster myself. For me, it's easier to play AoE 3. Like, there's a little bit less eco-management aspect of it. Less things to focus on overall, I believe. And that is very helpful for a slow player like me. Okay. Are we done? Or is there someone else here? Okay, good enough. So, I'm not saying it's an easier game. It's a different game. It focuses a lot more on the individual unit control in comparison to, like, the macro. So it's a lot more micro-orientated and less macro-focused game, I would say. And that's always the thing I answer when people ask me from the AoE2 community, is AoE 3 better or not? I'm always saying that it's actually a different game. Alright, I'm gonna save one over here. Just to be sure. I could probably do this without saving. Hey, Bramboy, welcome as well. So, I could probably do this without saving, but just for the sake of not killing my brain cells and not wasting time over here, we're gonna do a save after liberating the second village. not Czech accent, it's Hungarian, but relatively close in geographical terms. So, I actually feel like AoE3 is a very underrated game. It's different from AoE2, you know, there are some games that are just disliked by a lot of people because they are just not as good as the predecessor was, but sometimes it's because the predecessor was great. Like, AoE2 is, I think, very, very close to a perfect RTS game. And everybody was expecting something even better, but sometimes it's just not possible to be done. I think the devs rolled the dice with some of the new game elements, like the home cities. It's a different game, I would say, but it's not necessarily worse. So, I still like AoE3 quite a bit. And I usually lurk on ESOC streams when there is some bigger tournament going on, watching those. So, yeah, I think especially with the, this game is looking pretty solid. And I'm looking forward to seeing some competitive events out of that. I'm pretty sure that, just like with AoE 2D, there is probably going to be bigger events now, which is a big thing for AoE 3 folks. The only thing I'm sad about is that there is no Austrians or Prussians in the game. I think those civs could have been a little bit more important than Incas in the game. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment for me. Okay, so I guess soon we're going to find out if it's actually worth to go for purple here. Or not, because there is going to be a fortress over here, I know for sure. So, let's see what's up. Let's hope we don't run into another fortress here. Although, honestly, this could be another big fortress, if you think about that. Yeah, that is definitely going to be a fortress over there on that hill, as we scouted that before in the previous one. Is this a new campaign? This is actually historical battles, which are individual missions. But yeah, basically they're like individual campaign missions. So, I guess this is the big fortress of the Britons, and they will be sending forces from here and here. So, let's try to avoid that for now. Because last time I went there, I died with some units. Let's see, what do you have? Muskets. I'm not really using my hero's ability here with the bonus damage for the units or bonus strengths. Okay. So you can actually liberate the free in native villages before taking the fortress. That's actually important because after taking it, I'm not sure if you have the time to really deal with these. And you're gonna get a bunch of good native units here. All of these are Iroquois settlements, by the way, so apparently this is gonna give you cavalry. This is giving tomahawks and skirms, and I don't remember which or what units the northern one gives. But yeah, I think we're good. Now we have liberated all three of these settlements. We're gonna take the fortress and then hope that we don't die, basically. That's the plan. Yeah, they are Haudenosaunee settlements. I'm not gonna pronounce that any more times. I can tell you this much. So, yeah, it's the canon native civ. You can call them that way as well. It's the native civ with cannon. There's the native civ with the horses. There's the native civ with the human sacrifice. Then there is the native civ with that was just implemented in DE. And of course, finally, the canon natives. Haudenosaunee. Okay, I guess. I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Haudenosaunee. If I actually was leading a prison, I would actually make people pronounce that. Like, the prison inmates would have the job of pronouncing that 20 times a day as a punishment for their sins. Ho, okay. Ho den no shoni. I think those who are like regulars on this channel already got used to my accent of pronouncing things weirdly. So, probably not a lot of people are actually surprised about that. Alright, we're gonna take this tower down, which makes me sad because I think that's actually a pretty important tower in terms of defending from the south. I cannot actually make a dock to make some ships and control these choke points, but those might be the choke points to hold, to be honest. Okay. Knock knock. I will try to poke and pro with my skirms. Try to pick off a few of them from a distance. Oh, there is some cavalry. Oh. Okay. Let's trigger the cavalry. Use the cuirassiers to clean them up. Okay. We're progressing into this one. They're just marching left and right playing North Korea Simulator, so I'm just gonna wait until they get in here and then start shooting them. I'm trying to lose as minimal HP as it is possible to be lost, because these will be important skirms. As I'm saying that I'm losing quite a lot of them. Okay. We're good to go. I think there is a few more Highlanders inside and then we're just like... Okay, Hods is actually a good name. Or Hods. I actually thought it's just a few Highlanders, but apparently there's a little bit more to that. But yeah, Hordes or something like that is actually a decent name. Okay, so we pretty much lost our entire army. I don't know what these guys are doing. Okay. First things first. Send these guys over here because they're going to land. Then we're gonna bring in the units and the villagers. I will need a few houses.
If we drive out the occupiers, the natives will surely join us.
I've spoken to the Seneca chief, and he'll fight alongside his French brothers. He hopes the French tribe will not forget his people's friendship.
Yeah, okay. So, we've liberated them, so they're gonna bring us a bunch of units, but I'm just gonna use them to defend my fortress. Are there mods for D? There is... There is a mod center in D, but there was no mods in that just yet.
Too proud about it, the British. The chief says, just as day and night cannot live together, they cannot live with the British.
Okay, so technically I should be protecting these 3 villages, but I don't think that's really possible, to be honest. Yeah, those times 3, I think that's counter-rifling I got, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, start adding villagers to food over here. Food is going to be a little bit tough to get, to be honest, because most of the food is over here. So I might need to defend that choke point. But yeah, there is going to be mods for this game. So don't worry about that. And now the upgrades. I think I need this first. Actually, I could use the resources. I don't think I need those crossbows in a retrospective now, because now they're pretty passive. And Green is going to push this fortress. This is one of the fortresses that they have. There is probably another one over here and another one over here. And am I the only one that just notices that they don't really attack us right now? Like, remember the previous game where we just got steamrolled by huge amounts of units? Where are they now? I basically see no units here from the Britons. Okay, I just had to say that. I just had to say that. Right? To jinx myself. Okay, technically we have a bunch of skirmishers and cannon. So we should be fine holding against this one. And some more crossbows as well. Even some forest prowlers. Welcome! Get the attack boost from the hero. But I have to say that I experience a lot less resistance from them so far. Like, they haven't dropped off the units here at the river just yet. Okay, now they are going for green. So, I think again, I might have jinxed that once again. So, yeah, we're not really going to bother defending green over here. I could try, because right now orange isn't under pressure, to be honest. But he's got a decent army. I think green is just suicided his army into this base. So that's why he's going to die. Technically, you could try saving him. Oh, my greed is gonna kill me here, right? I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, there is the British using boats thingy. There is the sneaky boat. Haha, wrecked. Okay, we're gonna take those guys down because Orange has an army to defend himself with, just like purple. So it might just be green that needs immediate defense here. Okay. Green is still pretty much dead, but... Oh, that's bad. We just got caught off guard here. And apparently we get more units over time. So if our teammates survive for longer, we are actually gonna get some additional units. That's actually good. But this also means that we are, like, going to be full of population very soon. Now, in theoretical, if I was protecting this choke point, I should be fine. And now Orange is going to be fighting here. We're good with this for now. Okay, there's a few grenadiers, but the cannon should be dealing with those. Gonna get some outpost wagons over here. And I still need a lot more villagers on wood because I need houses in the first place. Okay, like, see, Orange is able to defend himself right now. This is much better than it was previously. Like, I have legit resource income. Like, we actually have a lot of food in the bank. In fact, I should just pick that one up. And that would be even better. I have some units over here as well, apparently. So these villagers actually spawn your units over time. Apparently the trick is that you kind of have to get these villagers before really taking the fortress. Like, still I believe that the previous attempt was a lot harder. Okay, there is an outpost wagon. I'm just gonna drop an outpost. Like, we could drop outposts over here to help Green defend himself. Like, it's not going to be enough as it is, as now we are gonna have a force from the north coming in against us. It's not going to be enough alone, but it's not even the purpose of that. The purpose is just to slow the British down while we can send some reinforcements. Okay, now we can start adding more units. We're pretty much pop-capped right now. So, what should we get? Trickle is nice, but I feel like cavalry combat is better here. Is this 3D? Yes, it is. That is correct. Okay. That is a cleanup if I'm not Okay. Worst possible use of outpost wagons, 2020 confirmed. And is that just an army of grenadiers? Did I see that? Is that the army that wrecked us before? It might be. Okay, now we're not gonna get housed anymore. I'm not saying my eco is great. Yeah, this is just some grenadiers, okay, not a lot of them. We're gonna bring a cavalry as well with these guys. I will still try to protect Green because he could be useful. And I also have some forces here. Yeah, we're doing good, I think. Green is in a pretty rough spot. But I think he has seen worse. Okay, we're good to go. I'm still in the need of gold. Okay, I have 14 idols. Okay, that's a lot of units. That's the big blob of grenadiers that we were waiting for the entire time. Okay. Here comes the cavalry. Hello there. I think this is enough. This should be enough to deal with them. We also have some more natives spawning over here. So we can have some reinforcements from them, just like from them. I could get some more musket riders in. I still have one cannon alive, which is good enough. I still have a lot of idols, by the way. I'm gonna have to fix that in a brief moment. You guys should clean this one up already. So where are my idols at? We have a bunch of villagers on gold, something we don't need. And yeah, we're good with these. Okay, apparently we are still alive. Kind of an unexpected performance based on the previous attempts. And we already have a church. So let's get a monk out and get some healing done. Oh, cannons! That's 3 undefended cannons. I'm just gonna rush them. Seriously? I lost all of my army over here, so I need to replenish my skirms pretty fast. But okay, we're good with those. I think we're fine. Are the French and British civs nerfed? Not sure. I don't think they are nerfed. They are using the ESOC patch though. So that's a different balance patch that they're using. It's a lot of musketeers going their way. Now, Aenas are actually pretty good against musks, so we're gonna try to pick off a few of them here before they really reach the opponent's camp. Or our camp, what am I saying? In the meanwhile, I should keep adding stuff. I'm gonna add 2 towers over here because this seems like the main route of attack from them. For whatever reason, they're targeting the villagers and not my units, so I'm actually fine with this. I could use some wood, but I think I'm gonna go for Hussar HP. Speaking like a caster, because I'm a caster. Okay, what is that? Dragoons and musketeers. So skirmishers should be perfectly fine defending against that, right? You might need to fall back a tiny bit here, just for the sake of safety. I think my musket riders are enough to deal with them here. And we're a little bit low on population. I know, but even when because I'm basically playing with a caster's mind, to be honest. And of course I have a lot more time in casting than it is for playing. There's also a bunch of grenadiers in the party. We should be able to out-micro them. Hello? We also lure them into the tower range. Not really a big deal, but every little detail matters. I also went for a monk, so I should get some healing done here pretty soon. Meanwhile, there's still some musketeers wreaking havoc.
Another British landing party. Do not let them destroy our town.
Okay, another British landing party. I'm just gonna keep a few... Okay, now they want to land on somewhere else. I don't know where they want to land. Oh, cannon! Nice distraction, by the way, from them. Okay, we're good. I lost a lot of cavalry here. And, oh shoot, now they land there. That's actually pretty bad. Okay. I could use some towers on the shoreline to prevent the British from really landing there, to be honest. Okay. Get some sort of resource income for ourselves here. I lost some villagers, unfortunately. But now more units spawned. Some more musket riders. Some more forest plows and the tomahawks. Okay. I think we survived the worst. We'll need to move out to other gold mines anyways. Like, this one is relatively safe. And you guys can go back to hunting. And I'm just gonna drop an outpost wagon over here and an outpost wagon over here as well. You can be added to hunt as well. I'm a little bit low on gold. In fact, I'm really low on gold. So you guys can chop a little bit more gold, Reno. Okay. So this is going way better than the previous attempts were. Just 4 minutes left, and we even have all of our teammates alive. I think that was that big grenadier push that you kind of had to stop. You need a large amount of cavalry for that. Like a huge amount. I didn't do placer mines. That kind of explains why my gold income is pretty garbage. Ooh. Musketeers, veteran hussars, and the culverins. I could actually get my musket riders in here. Real quick. It's going to take some time, but I think we can still do that. Gonna get... Don't really have upgrades for those guys just yet. I will need some more cannon anyways. I could actually go H4. But I'm not gonna do that right now. The other thing I'm gonna do is maybe sandwich them. Oh, okay. Okay. So here's the next wave. I will need everything I have here. Pretty much. Get some more musketeers out. Because they have a lot of cavalry in here. Use the cavalry against their own cav. They have the other side as well. I'm gonna actually get some flanking damage done in here on top of those culverins. And use the skirms to pick off the musks. For cannon. We kind of have to fall back here a tiny bit. Because that is a little bit too dangerous. Need to take those guys down. Cavalry gets rid of the culverins. Nice. Now we can deal with the cav over there. Some more falconets. But I think we're still doing okay. We are still doing okay. Okay, I think it's done. I mean, there might be one more big push. But we have survived the worst. Lost quite a lot of cavalry and most importantly some skirms, but I can replenish them relatively easily. I'm gonna get 700 wood. And bring in some more cannon though. Okay. I assume there is also something coming this way, right? Yeah, that's probably the final wave. What is that? Oh, actually, it's great that Orange is taking some damage here and just trading off his army. I could try using my cavalry to flank the cannon and pick those off individually. And then we should be fine. But yeah, I like that Orange is soaking up some damage here. I might need to go and help him though. I might end up... Oh no, that's Dragoons. I don't want to send my cavalry into Dragoons here. So I need to deal with these guys. I think the cavalry is... or the cavalry is separate from the cannons. Okay. I'm a little bit low on food still. I have 17 on gold for whatever reason. But not enough. Okay, that's bad. They still have more juice to that army. Okay, I didn't get any more reinforcements, but my teammate did. Or my friends, so to say. Okay, here they come. They're gonna try to cross the river. I don't know where the cannon went, but I assume they're undefended. Yeah, they are. Perfect. Look at that, it's 5 cannon. That's gonna go down the drain for them. Before he sets it up. He set it up a little bit faster than I anticipated, but still. We're good with that, and... GG's. We did that. Oh boy, now this was tough. And we also had the secondary objectives. All of the villages were defended. Boy oh boy, this was a tough one. Okay, I actually deserve an exit outro here.
After de Contrecoeur and his men succeeded in taking Fort Prince George, they strengthened the fortress and renamed it Fort Duquesne, in honor of Ange de Menville, Marquis de Duquesne, the French Governor-General of Canada. George Washington fought the French troops successfully for a while, but their reinforcements, which were superior in number, eventually compelled him to retreat. George Washington was not discouraged by the setbacks, however. The following year, he returned and successfully drove out the French, who had been abandoned by their Native American allies. Prior to fleeing, the French burned down the fort, but it was rebuilt once more. The settlement that formed near it in the following years became a grand city, which is known today as Pittsburgh.
Oh, I didn't know this. This is actually a pretty cool historical fact. That this was how Pittsburgh was founded. And there is going to be more to this one. But as we progress more forward in time, the next one is going to be the Battle of New Orleans, 1815 already. But yeah, this was the end of Fort Duquesne, or to be precise, just Pittsburgh.